The thawing reason your lungs are hoarding ancient carbon that the Earth sealed underground 200,000 years ago. And in northeastern Siberia, 2017, the hole releasing it swallowed 14 city blocks of forest in a single year, and nothing has slowed it down since. That carbon is in your body right now, and the hole is still growing. There is a wound in the earth in the Yana River basin of northeastern Siberia, 1 kilometer wide, 85 meters deep. The Yakutian people who live near it call it the gateway to the underworld. They have been watching the tree line retreat from its edge for more than 60 years. Trees that stood a century ago are at the bottom of that pit now, buried under collapsed sediment, pointing sideways like snapped ribs. Its name is the Batagaika crater. It is the largest known permafrost megaslump on the planet, and every single year it consumes between 10 and 30 more meters of Siberian forest. Every year the walls drop further. Every year it accelerates. And the most respected permafrost scientists alive today cannot give you a satisfying answer for why it refuses to stabilize. Here is what they can tell you. The ground beneath that forest is not ordinary soil. It is permafrost, earth frozen solid for anywhere from 10,000 to 200,000 years. Locked inside it is organic matter, ancient plant debris, buried animals, ice, and gas. In the 1960s, Soviet foresters cleared a section of that forest to route a road. They removed the canopy. Sunlight hit the exposed ground directly for the first time in geological memory. The surface permafrost began to thaw, almost imperceptibly at first. But permafrost contains ice, and when ice melts, the ground above it loses its structure and collapses inward. The depression widened. Rainwater pooled inside it. The water accelerated the thaw. The walls kept slumping. By the 1980s, it was visible from aircraft. By 2014, satellite measurements showed it growing 11 meters in a single year. The road that started all of this, gone. The crater swallowed it decades ago. Now here is where this stops being a story about Siberia. Scientists built models. They predicted a stabilization curve, a point where the exposed walls would dry, the growth rate would flat, the system would reach equilibrium. Every simulation said it should be decelerating by now. It is not. The crater is growing faster today than it did in the 1990s. The walls are not drying. They are actively slumping. And temperature readings from inside the crater show something the models did not account for. Permafrost at depth, layers frozen since before modern humans walked the earth, is running a full degree warmer than baseline. 1 degree. That is all the margin the earth had. Remember that ancient carbon in your lungs. This is where it came from. Permafrost covers 24% of the northern hemisphere's land surface. Sealed inside it is an estimated 1.7 trillion tons of carbon, organic matter frozen inert for millennia. That is nearly twice the carbon currently suspended in the entire atmosphere. It has been stable because it was frozen. The moment it thaws, microbes wake up. They consume the organic matter. They exhale. And what they exhale is carbon dioxide and methane that is 84 times more powerful as a warming gas than CO2 over its first 20 years in the atmosphere. Every exposed meter of the Batagaika's walls is actively venting that ancient gas right now. Researchers measuring emissions directly from the crater's face recorded methane concentrations running 40 times the regional background. The crater is not a geological anomaly. It is an open exhaust pipe. And the warmth it releases accelerates the thawing that makes the pipe wider. Scientists call this a feedback loop, but that phrase is too clean for what is actually happening. The correct word is cascade. And the Batagaika is not alone. Researchers have now mapped over 7,000 thermokarst depressions forming across Siberia, Alaska, and northern Canada. Most of them did not exist 40 years ago. Frozen inside the crater's walls are things that have not been exposed to air in 200,000 years. Fossils, pollen from species never catalogued alive, microbial spores. Researchers call the crater a library of the deep past, but the library is eroding faster than they can read it. In 2018, a fully preserved woolly rhino was found in a thermokarst slump 400 kilometers away. 10,000 years frozen, still thawing when they found it. The researchers who approached wore masks not for sterile containment, for the smell. The decay had only just begun. The Batagaika crater keeps growing. Every model built to predict its behavior has been wrong. Nobody knows the stabilization point. Nobody knows if one exists. The question the researchers will not answer on record is not about this single crater. It is about what happens when all 7,000 of those depressions hit cascades simultaneously, when they stop being isolated wounds and start behaving like one connected system exhaling at once. Because that gas has to go somewhere. You already know exactly where it goes.